What's up, Scorpio? This is going to be your love check-in for the first half of February. This is for my Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out the channel. But if you are new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I offer personal readings. The info is in the description box of the video. There is a long wait for a reading with me at the moment. I am backed up. So if you would like to explore your options, I have put links to my affiliates, Mystic Sense and Spiritual Blossom, in the description box as well. Mystic Sense will give you your first 5-minute reading free, and Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 when you deposit $20. Check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you'd like to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I put the links to those in the description box as well. Scorpio, we're going to do the usual person on your mind. How do they feel about you? Then how do you feel about them? Then the projected potential outcome for the first half of February. I say potential to anyone that is new to my channel because I infuse manifesting, universal law, and mindset into all my content. My tarot readings are just check-in points into one version of you, your specific person, and the connection that you have selected, are selecting, and manifesting out of the infinite that are available right now in this very given moment. Creation is finished. All things exist at once. Your desires are meant for you. You can have anything you want. Everything showing up in any moment is a reflection of you and your state of consciousness, your state of being. And if you would like to manifest this differently, it requires a shift in your state and your focus and a reselection. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about, please do look at some of my other material or look at some great coaches online. I like to teach as I go. Circumstances never matter, guys. You can have anything you want. All right. So Scorpio, the person on your mind, the devil. Okay, desire, attraction, obsession. 9 of Wands, but also guarded. So the devil can also be limiting beliefs or fear in some kind of a way. But lots of attraction is what I'm getting. So the person on your mind, how are they feeling about you? 2 of Pentacles, a little bit back and forth. There also could be a fear of, back and forth could be coming from fear, or back and forth could also be the fear of being juggled or an option. That can be like a negative mindset or something that's being ping-ponged between the 2 of you, because devil card can be temptation. So there could be this fear about not being chosen or options. I mean, you've got 6 of Cups, King of Pentacles, and 5 of Wands. So there is this kind of, for some of you have a long history with this person, or there's memories between the 2 of you, and they're warm memories, they're nice memories, and there's a wanting to reconcile where there's tension or conflict. And 5 of Wands can be competition. So that could be an issue that this person is trying to reconcile. A King of Pentacles is a loyal, stable, committed king. So I would say that there is desire and attraction, and so anything that might have come up with the back and forth or the fear, they're trying to reconcile that with you, because there's a Tower in the reverse, and then there's a King of Cups in the reverse. So I do feel, Scorpio, that there's a little bit of this feeling. Tower card can be internal towers. So this person might feel that they're sort of facing something within themselves. And again, it won't be so relevant when we get to you, and I'll explain why. This is just the check-in, and they're going to shift anyway when you select a different version of them that doesn't have to deal with or face anything. But in this check-in, there could have been some kind of tension between the 2 of you that's very triggering, where they feel not very loved, because King of Cups, water sign energy, I mean, that could be you. They could have a fear that, the love's not really returned, or they have to compete for the love, and that could cause some toxic dynamic between the 2 of you. Fear of not really being chosen, and so there's like this shock element there with that Tower card, like what's not working must go. So there is a wanting to reconcile with you, the tension and the conflict, and maybe reconcile something within. Put the work in. 8 of Pentacles also is self-mastery. Also put work into the connection. Work and career could be a big factor in this situation. I mean, King of Pentacles, someone that's looking for stability and trying to build stability. They also could be aware that that's you, and then the struggle element or the back and forth, because 2 of Pentacles I saw might be back and forth and more like juggling priorities versus like juggling other people. But there could be a trigger point there, like about effort being put into the situation. And King of Cups in the reverse is like questioning the love, maybe, you know, can be a bit of that manipulative, emotional manipulation. That's a really like loaded way of explaining it. And so, again, we need to mind our assumptions and labels, but maybe there's this fear, right, of being manipulated or not being chosen or the love not being trustworthy or something like that, because there's Knight of Swords here. So this can be erratic communication or reactivity. But there seems to be a wanting to work through it. Let me see about this Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, work through it. Eight of Pentacles and the Sun to create happiness and joy. And I think when things are good between the two of you, Scorpio, it's very nice. It's very happy. So the Tower card in the reverse, I think, is more like a crumbling of the old version that this person is working through. Now, we can shortcut all that shit because there's still you pushed out, even though they have the independent thoughts, feelings, and challenges. But we don't need to worry and too much focus on the outside, and that's what tarot does sometimes, guys. They're you pushed out and you're the god of your reality in every reality, so you will have a different version when you make new assumptions and dominant thoughts projected about who they are and how you perceive them and how you assume they perceive and think and feel about you. So we don't need to worry about a person that has insecurities and fears that they're working through, because there's a Judgment card here. So there is this resurrection. This person could also be in this check-in going through some kind of a personal awakening that they need to work through some stuff. I mean, Six of Cups also can be childhood stuff and past drama that this person has had in relationships, and so they've had a wake-up call that their perception in relationships and love, you know, fears or feeling like they have to compete for love is something that they need to work through. And it might have caused drama between the two of you. I mean, let's look at this Knight of Swords. Yeah, Page of Cups. They might want to come in and make a gesture. Maybe there's an apology coming through if you've had some kind of conflict or tension. What else? Yeah, pages. Lots of pages. Offers. Offers on the table. Okay. What else? Yeah, Eight of Cups is in the reverse. They don't want to walk away from you or disconnect from you, even though I'm getting that there could have been, to date, some tensions or explosive kind of communication between the two of you. They are committed to this situation and they want to work through the issues, okay? So why don't we just, more importantly, Scorpio, get what you want out of this situation, and you can walk away anyway from all this and fuck it in a bucket, guys. And if it's not your reading, don't take it. And if it is your reading in your story, you can still just re-script and only focus and affirm for your desired result. Most preferable, most ideal. And guys, this is my new merch, and I'll put a link if you guys want to grab a hoodie. Got a couple of different hoodies and some items, so I'll put them in the description box of the video. But as I always say, fuck it in a bucket. How do you feel about them? Two of Cups. You feel like it's a soul connection. It was in the reverse, so sometimes maybe you doubt like that it's mutual, but you want success. Six of Wands, or maybe you want more validation or more attention. The Nine of Pentacles, and it was in the reverse. It could be challenging your self-confidence. Two of Cups in the reverse again, Scorpio. So how do you feel and what do you want with them? I'm going to get the oracles as well, but let's have a look. Three of Swords is in the reverse. Ten of Cups is in the upright. Queen of Pentacles is in the upright. Wow. Queen and King of Pentacles. That's a pair. So when things are good, that's a really enduring, stable, mature pair. That's the committed, solid pair. Now, you do want to get past some heartbreak or some hurt feelings between the two of you. Ten of Cups here is about family. On an emotional level, that's the pinnacle. So there's potential here for your Ten of Cups. You're happily ever after, and maybe you see that, but then there's some hurt feelings in the recent past. Some of you, there's old hurt feelings and residue that, to do with exes. Okay, and this person might have the same thing as what I said with that Six of Cups. But yeah, wounds. Like, so there might be a bit of a block or a wound between the two of you, or you might feel like this person has a bit of a wall, and then that might trigger a wound in you, so you doubt it. And they will appear differently and behave differently when you shift. So again, Scorpio, it's not so important if they're wounded, and even if they've said that they can't have trouble because they have an old wound or they were hurt or something, it doesn't matter, okay? The Four of Wands here is in the reverse. So you feel like there's a little bit of a wound. Some of you have gone through a marriage or a relationship breakdown in the past, or this person has, or both of you have. And whilst, you know, I'd see here that there's like the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, you might sometimes, maybe there's a bit of a projecting of old shit with one another. But I mean, this looks good, Scorpio. Four of Wands in the reverse can be about like lacking stability, and issues to do with like house and home and stability. And so maybe that has hurt. There's hurt feelings connected to that. But you both have a King and Queen of Pentacles in the upright, and this person wants to resurrect things. Oh my God, I swear to God. I looked at the Judgment card, and you've got the Judgment card in the reverse. They want to resurrect things with you, and you seem to be, Scorpio, doubting and not sure about this Judgment card. Can this be fully resurrected? Or maybe you doubt, is this person going to be as committed to you given your past or whatever conflict or tension has happened in the past? So don't waver, Scorpio, because they are you pushed out, but your assumptions are going to be reflected. So if you partly feel that this person is committed to you and you have your Ten of Cups, and then you go back to old pain or an assumption around something that they said or did or some tension you had, and then you doubt that this is possible, well, then that's going to be reflected somehow, or you get another argument or whatever. So maybe some of you there's a lack of decision here. I mean, you have Lovers card and you have Ace of Cups, okay? So you feel a strong connection with this person. You feel love for this person. So the part of you that assumes that that is fact and true, and they equally do, and you're both in no arguments, no tension, best relationship ever, Ten of Cups, it fucking already exists. It's just you wavering between states. So we don't need to wait for them to correct anything. Okay, they will show up as their best self when you assume that they're their best self and that you have the best relationship. We've got the Emperor card. You both have the Tower in the reverse. Maybe you trigger each other's shit, okay? Because these are internal towers, always, when they're in the reverse. That's the way I read it, guys. So Emperor card, Ace of Cups, Lovers card. So this is contracts, guys. And so the Emperor card would be stability, commitment, structure. You know, some of you, there might be a trigger point here around, you know, Judgment card in the reverse is shadow judgment energy. It can be like judgmental. So maybe you had some arguments in that department. There could be harsh or erratic communication. Maybe you feel judged or you feel criticized. If you want this person to shift, you got to be like, no, they're so doting on me. Affirm the opposite. You know, they're so loving, they're so accepting, so whatever the fuck it is, guys. I mean, you have to write your own affirmations or do your visualizations or whatever techniques get you to the end, and to keep selecting and reselecting your preferable reality and version, okay? They will show up that way. So look, the Emperor card, so structure, stability. Some of you doubt that sometimes. Some of you are dealing with a father wound here, okay? Maybe you trigger each other's shit. Some of you, there's children in the mix here with the Emperor card. But, you know, Ace of Cups, love, and Magician card, and you're manifesting it. So stick to the script, Scorpio. I mean, this person coming in to make an offer. I think that there has been tension. Sometimes there's doubt. You both have a Tower in the reverse, so you're both trying to work through separately maybe your own shit, or that would then shift the dynamic. You'd be able to work through the conflict or the tension. But as I said to you, Scorpio, if you want to shortcut it, this person has no free will in every single reality, because they are completely susceptible to what you assume to be true, your perceptions, your dominant thoughts and assumptions, that you're feeding them a script, okay? Not in a manipulative way. So shortcut it and get rid of any tensions, etc. It's nice that they want to work through things with you. So I can see they're not going anywhere, Scorpio. And if you've had a break, this is the return. And there's offers on the table. I'm not willing to walk away, but focus on Magician card, manifesting. This is Mercurial energy, guys, the Magician. So what is that? Mercurial energy is Mercury. It's the mind. So how do we manifest? Through our thoughts, our dominant thoughts. So anyway, we've got Virgo, Gemini energy, Aries energy, Gemini, if I didn't already say that, it's double Scorpio. Okay, so decide what you want. It's manifesting already, but stick to the script and don't waver. What does this person want now as you move through the first 2 weeks of February? Okay, surprised, shocked, guidance, healing, distance. Okay, so something has caused a tension or a conflict between the two of you, and there's like a shock element. This thing with the Court card, I'm getting more surprised, shocked. I don't think there's like red-handed secrets exposed or anything like that, because I wasn't picking up cheating or anything like that. I mean, with some of you, the tension is around like questioning, do I have to fight for your attention? So maybe there's suspicion there, but there's no indication to me that there's other parties. Like, I think this goes a little bit like erratic, and there's a shock element, like maybe the communication style. And I did say to you when I started with this reading with this person that there's a shock element, like they need to face like their own insecurities about being loved. You could kind of go through periods of silence, like silent treatment, and getting cold with one another. But I did say that it's prompting healing. Yeah, again, there's like signs, red flags, and then avoidance. I mean, the red flags card, all this stuff about court and red flags, I think it's a projection of past stuff, you know, like, are you prioritizing me? Self-love, challenge to self-love and self-worth issues going on here. Yeah, I mean, this person seems to want to work on it. Yeah, text, phone call, meet up, there's an offer, right? Pages, opposites attract, lessons, both like teaching each other like lessons. There's some kind of a spiritual element to this, guys. But again, you are still the dominant mirror, so you don't have to wait for them to learn their lesson or heal or shift, even though they are working through things. Self-mastery, you just need to focus on the healthy, healed version. Contemplation, unsure choices, decisions. They could feel like you're not really deciding, Scorpio, so they act in a certain way, like they make assumptions about you, and you could feel indecisive based on their behavior. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I've got hurting, okay? And then backfired with sick and tired of cycles, and then proposal, forgiveness, reconciliation with jealousy. Jealousy issues, guys, but not actual other. I mean, 5 of Wands means interfering energies, but I wasn't getting like actual cheating and sex and messing around. I think that this is negative assumptions, and then maybe, you know, retaliation and arguments that are going on and then causing hurt. But there's a forgiveness and a reconciliation energy. It's just something about choices. But you both have King and Queen of Pentacles, so it looks like you are loyal and stable and committed. Like, that's the intention, and that's the wanting and the energy between the two of you. So maybe it's just a bit of testing, you know. So if you want to get the best version, I mean, all this avoidance and then no contact and contact, and like they are going to contact you, so maybe it goes in and out of no contact. But it's all about coming back to a place of self-love and healing. So just focus on your own preferable story, and you don't need to go and endlessly heal, Scorpio. Wake up every day and it's like there's a version of Scorpio that's already healthy and healed. So select and reselect. Repetition is going to get you into the habit of being that version and selecting the version of that person that's healthy and healed. You're madly in love, okay? You have the most healthy dynamic. You have the most healthy communication, whatever. No jealousy issues. I mean, you might have jealous third parties in the mix that are like stirring things up. Then affirm them away. Take your focus off them, right? They will disappear. They're a non-issue. It's all your script, guys. Watch the last video that I posted and some of my other content to those who are new. Okay. Okay, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. There is a religious aspect, a spiritual aspect to this, guys, because that's the second time that's come out. Also, for some of you, you might have different, you might be from different religious or cultural backgrounds, and that could be a factor that causes clashing, or there's just differences to work through. Wedding, this situation involves marriage and reconciliation. So there is potential for marriage. If you haven't reached marriage stage, you've got King and Queen of Pentacles. So you can have that marriage or that solid commitment or the next phase of the commitment. And, you know, there's an opportunity for reconciling of issues. For some of you, there's been marriage before, and so like that could be the jealous energies, like outside energies, which again, the jealousy thing, if it's between the two of you, it's not really like a founded jealousy, because I wasn't picking up deception and cheating. We've got the manifesting, okay? Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Even in this check-in, there's the reconciliation energy. We've got healing family issues. You both are triggering something within each other, as I said. So they are your mirror, but you're the dominant mirror. They're you pushed out. They might have old stories, family shit, trust issues that this is provoking, because Tower and Tower. Okay, internal towers, and you have family issues. I pointed that out. But again, select version of Scorpio that has nothing to heal. Your self-concept is perfect. You know, you're always loved. You're always enough. You have the healthiest relationships. You've always had the healthiest relationships. You and this person have always been perfect. You're better than ever. Blah, 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 guys. There's plenty of content online or on my channel. I hope that that resonated for you guys. I intend that it did help some of you, and I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will check in 2 weeks' time.